Hi and welcome to the Art of Tarot. My name is Stephanie and this is a reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Mars for January 2021. Thank you for being here. I can't believe that we're already doing readings for 2021. I just want to say in the beginning, for the people who are new here, I work with the tarot, I work with Western astrology. In the beginning of the reading, I will, while I shuffle the cards, talk a little bit about the astrology in January, but just a quick overview, and then I go into general energies and I will talk about you as an individual, and then as the reading goes on, I will also look deeper into romance and another person if there is a love interest. But I try to really concentrate on the self and on you. So I want to put the person who watches this first. And if you're a cross-watcher, of course, you can find answers here, but always take it with a grain of salt because obviously you're watching it from your perspective. So just beware of that. All right, so you find all the information in the description box below if you want to follow me on social media, or if you want to donate to my PayPal, or if you want to send me a card deck via Amazon, you can do that. Oh, there's already a card coming out. This is interesting, a Five of Pentacles. Yeah, as I said, everything in the description box below, and if you want to also follow my German channel, then you can do that. All right, Gemini. Of course, as you all know, probably December was an intense month, astrologically speaking, with the eclipses and with the Saturn and Jupiter conjunction in Aquarius, and Saturn and Jupiter moving into Aquarius. So it was a big shift for all of us, and it's now bringing us into a new sense of consciousness, of community, of togetherness. It's going to be very interesting in the upcoming years, actually. So for you in particular, that's in a trine. So the Saturn happens in the Saturn and the Jupiter conjunction happens in a trine to your sign. So that's a beneficial aspect, and you should really benefit from this. Mercury is also moving into Aquarius, which you should benefit from when it comes to communication. Mercury is your ruler. Venus is moving into Capricorn, which is good, I think, for finding the beauty and the sensuality in hard work. I don't know, that's a very personal way of interpreting that, but I think it's a beautiful aspect here. Then we have a new moon in Capricorn, we have a full moon in Leo, and we have one interesting thing that is happening. I think on the 14th, Uranus is going direct in Taurus again. So that's also going to be something we will all be feeling when it comes to sudden movement, sudden change, sudden, very real things that have been happening lately. I think we will feel it more like bringing us forward than holding us back. So that's a nice aspect here. I do talk more about the weekly astrology on my Sunday readings, that I do weekly readings for all signs, so I do them live. But let's look at the cards. We have Five of Pentacles here. Well, that's not the easiest card, to be honest. You're coming out of a Seven of Cups, going into a Five of Pentacles, moving into a Five of Cups. Okay, Gemini, let's talk. And the Devil. Wow. Okay, this is a very intense reading. For the ones, it's just a spoiler. This is probably about love and relationships. But I have a feeling that you have been dealing maybe with a sense of confusion when it comes to love and love relationships. Maybe because now we had Venus in Scorpio, and that's the Venus in Scorpio card. You see here the Venus sign and here the Scorpio sign. And especially that happens often when Venus is in Scorpio, and that happened in December, that we go through really deep transformations when it comes to love, when it comes to the beautiful things, and when it comes to also, in a way, sexuality. And it looks like there has been a lot of emotion towards maybe a certain person or different people, where like confused, you actually don't really know where you're standing with a person, or there is a couple of options and you don't really know how to pinpoint what you actually want. And during the month there is a feeling developing of, I mean, the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Cups is just not really a very comfortable energy, to be honest. So it really seems like there has been some sort of illusion about a situation that really brought you to a very emotional standpoint here. And I have a feeling there might have been something communicated, probably very suddenly, that made you feel like this is not happening for you, and put you in a little bit of a feeling sorry for yourself mentality. There is a disappointment here, and I feel like it has to do with you maybe projecting a lot into a connection, or having very specific expectations of certain situations, and also feeling like you're trapped in that way of feeling, in that way of thinking. It's a cycle, and it is not a very healthy cycle here with the Devil card. The Devil speaks about codependency issues in relationships or in situations with other people, not being able to break through cycles, being held, feeling controlled, maybe manipulated, feeling like going for a thing that actually should be pleasurable but then becomes too much and therefore becomes unhealthy, which is very much the Seven of Cups too. Especially in this deck, it's like this toxic feeling of emotions, like when we let ourselves emotionally go into something that we actually know is not good for us, if you know what I mean. So this is very, very intense energy. And if this is not about love and not about relationships, then it is maybe about a situation where you also had a lot of expectations and put a lot of emotions in. At the same time, kind of were confused about where you stand, and it turned out that you haven't perceived the situation right, and therefore it feels like a miscalculation, and you feel left out, or you feel like it's not working the way it's normally working, or you've misinterpreted the emotionally misinterpreted situation, and therefore now you're in a position where you feel like you don't belong, or it's difficult to manifest, or it's impossible to manifest, and therefore comes here also an emotional disappointment. Let's see. I'm sure we can work through this here in this month, because there is a lot of forward movement for you. But let's see how that relates to you and other person maybe. And I will draw advice cards in the end of the reading, so stay with me if you feel like this is resonating for you. This is very specific and very heavy energy, so if this is not for you, I'm sorry, but I'm reading for the people who need it the most. Okay, so this is you. It's a Page of Wands. This is the other person. Oh, it's a King of Wands. Wow. All right. Well, that's intense. I think there might be a problem with communication, for sure, with being open and honest about things here with the Ace of Swords in reverse. And this is very interesting, because I feel like this connection is based on very similar principles when it comes to what you are actually expecting from the other, in a sense of passion, in a sense of maybe a spark, maybe a fiery thing, also kind of going after what you want. I feel like you're both people who know what they, or who want to go after what they want. This other person, though, is a king and you are a page. So for you, it's a much more fresh, innocent energy. And this person is much more, let's say, grown up. Not that I want to offend you by that, but they're much more set in their ways. They have their thing. They know how to do their thing. And they are very much about doing their thing, actually. And they know they can have whatever they want. This is really the difference, because the King of Wands, he knows how to get what he wants. The Page of Wands wants to learn how to get what he wants. Because the Page is about learning, the Page is about fresh, new, young energy, and the Page is also about adventurousness, openness. The King is much more like the already more set in his ways kind of person. And it seems like you can learn actually a lot from that person. But for some reason, I think this power structure here that is, I feel like very much showing, this other person might just project a lot of authority. They might have a lot of authority, be maybe more dominant, or be very, very clear about what they want and what they don't want. There's maybe not so much room for compromise, or they exactly know what's good for them and what not. And you're still maybe more experimental about that stuff. So therefore, I feel like with this probably comes the feeling of feeling left out or being disappointed, because this person might not really be too flexible. Very interesting. But in fact, you could learn a lot from this person, actually. Okay, there is a Knight of Cups. I like it. I think there is a romantic element here with the Knight of Cups combining you two. I feel like you're both actually interested in going forward with your emotions, communicating your emotions. There might be also a little romantic spark here. And it's possible here, I think, to share. The question is, who starts? So with you, Nine of Cups, I have a feeling for you, this connection maybe really feels like, well, this is everything I want. This is everything I want and more. This person has everything that I actually want in a person. But I feel like this is because you have the High Priestess in reverse, so you might not see everything that this person might not show you. Not that they are not well intentioned, because it's just you should be careful to not interpret too much into them just yet, because I think this leaves you with this kind of left out feeling or disappointed feeling. Don't assume things. Don't assume things about the person. I think that's very, very essential here, because that is a behavior that will that might lead you to disappointments, or it might have led you to disappointments in the past, and you might really repeat a cycle here. Yes, this other person right now is not, I think, ready to commit, because they really don't focus so much on taking a further step when it comes to this. So there is a romantic spark here, there is a romantic connection, there is also physical attraction, I think, but be careful with your expectations, and don't assume things that you don't know about the person, and therefore build a picture of them that is not actually confirmed, if you know what I mean. I'm not saying that you're completely wrong about this person, because I don't think this person is well-intentioned. I think also this person is interested in you, but this person is not in a hurry. Let's put it that way. This person is really not in a hurry. Yeah, exactly. They're not in a hurry, and they might even not be fully ready to start something new yet, with the Death card and the Ace of Wands in reverse, because they're still in deep transformation. I'm going to keep those cards in and draw more advice cards. So what to do? What to do with this? Eight of Pentacles. Okay, I love it. Put the focus where it needs to be. I feel like it's a lot about getting out of a foggy way of thinking and a foggy way of imagining certain things. Get very concrete about where you want to put the focus. Also put the focus on yourself first. That's also the Eight of Pentacles. And do the things that lead to results. You know, if you want to invest something, invest in yourself first, then invest in the person. If you want to invest something into the connection, then make sure it's not just anything, make sure it's something that has value to you and is gonna have results. So don't just, you know, don't just write them, how are you doing? What are you thinking? Maybe write them, what are you doing on Friday at 4? Do you want to go for a coffee? Like something concrete, something that is practical, that is focused, that is valuing your time, valuing their time. So I think this is the way to go with this. Be careful that you're not I know it's a very strange advice, but don't take things personal here. I feel like there is an element of, there is some element of seeing things not as clearly for what they actually are. And with the Seven of, and therefore taking it personal, and then always being in this, automatically going into this disappointment. And I don't really think that's the intention of the person. They just have a different pace, they have a different, maybe even status, and they have a different way to go about things, but that doesn't mean, I think, that they are not interested. I just think they are not the type of person who is just like, yeah, sure, let's be together right now, because, you know, and that's not a bad thing necessarily. So yeah, there's a lot of sexual energy, a lot of sexual attraction, I see that. And I think this can totally be a connection when you put the focus into the right things, then this can go on for sure. So, okay, Gemini, thank you so much for being here, and please like, subscribe, comment if you like those videos. And I thank you very much for supporting me and for also the people who are coming back and also watching the Sunday live readings. So yeah, check them out and have a great start into 2021. Oh my God, bye.